Welcome back. This is Raw TV. This is part 2 of our student ministry show. I'm Andrew Harley.
And I'm Corey Levitt. Now, last week you heard a percussion group called FX, and we're actually going to have their leader on our couch talking about what they do around the community.
Which you've gotten to see, and what they do is just great. So also, like we said last week on our recap, we are going to have Kingdom Designs, a fashion company.
He's excited.
We're going to have a fashion show.
He's really excited.
You know, I might pose a little bit on the couch. I might get into it. So
yeah, stay tuned for that. That's going to be exciting. And we're going to get to see some of her original fashions. And also, we're going to have my interview with Manuel from Group 1 Crew. That was a lot of fun. I got an exclusive interview with him, and Andrew had to go to class, so
I missed out.
Just me this time.
Sad day.
So,
but exciting for you to get to see it.
But before we get to all of that, let's go ahead and go to Andrea with Word on the Street. She's talking to students about their student ministry and if they feel like they're being taken seriously in that. All right, so here goes. Check out Word on the Street.
Students are being heard in ministry even now?
I definitely feel like that. There's a lot of different programming things that they have now, like where it's more geared toward youth and things like that.
It doesn't matter where you're going in life. If you're a business major, communication major, you can always help anybody. You know, we can always help with the homeless and reach out in a ministry. You know, you don't have to be a missionary to be ministering to people.
I don't think age has anything to do with it. In 1 Timothy 4:12 it says, don't let anyone look down on you because you're young.
I believe that any ministry is ready to receive you if you're ready to receive them.
As long as the student takes the step forward to be involved, I think the respect will come with that.
What do you do if you, as a student or as a young person, feel this sense from, it doesn't even have to be older people, anybody that kind of think is kind of cute, you know, what you do in ministry?
Well,
like, how do you deal with that?
And the reality of it all, it's really not cute because there's people going out there in places like Africa, which is very dangerous, and they're risking their lives, you know, for the ministry, and, you know, it's not cute. At the end of the day, it's dangerous.
It depends on if the average college student prepares well enough and can speak well enough, you know, hold conversation about that particular ministry and field.
on our couch. Welcome, Jessica and Monica.
Thank you.
Thanks for being with us.
I just realized this is a girl-dominated student ministry
Yes.
thing.
A little bit.
I've been talking to girls the whole last 2 episodes, which is fine. So, ladies, so energetic. I mean, I that's what I've been blown away by this whole time watching y'all. It's just the energy that you have. So, I mean, right off the bat, first question: what are the beginnings of FX? How did FX get started?
Well, FX is actually the longest running ministry, student-led ministry on campus.
Impressive.
I think it's about 20 years
Oh my
old.
goodness.
So
Wow.
a while.
Since Stomp came out, probably.
Basically, yeah. So just kind of.
So y'all weren't on the original team. We can
No,
just say
no,
that.
no. We're kind of old, you know. No. So this is our first year.
What does FX mean? Like, what is the origin?
FX actually stands for Christ, and the X instead of the C, I think it's Greek is where it came from.
Okay.
So it stands for Christ.
Okay.
Very cool.
Very cool.
How do you prepare for a performance like that? There was a lot of, syncopation and
It's really technical.
yeah. I
through.
wouldn't even know how to
6
start.
people in sync.
Even with the
sticks,
dance
brooms.
background, I would have no idea how to pull something off like that. So tell us the process for practicing.
Yeah, it takes a lot of work, and we rehearse a lot. We just finished a concert over this weekend. We did 3 shows over Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
But that
and
was
so
fun.
You must be
it
tired.
Was, yeah, it's nonstop, and so but we absolutely love it, and we've actually been practicing every single day since we've gotten back from winter break. And what we do to prepare is we normally would have practice twice a week, and we go over various pieces, and maybe one day we'll do a brooms piece, and we actually have sheet music for a lot of the pieces.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, insert
I would
trash
love
can
to see
here.
that.
Yeah.
I would love to see that.
Yeah, we actually have a lot of sheet music for a lot of the pieces, and so I
amazing.
usually teach them the songs, and we just practice
The
and practice. We
masterminds.
try to get rudiments down, and
What's a rudiment? Okay, I'm sorry. I gotta ask.
it's one of those fancy drum terms. It's one of those fancy percussion terms. It's just it helps to build up your wrists, so you can
Oh, okay,
play
I've
a
heard
little
of
bit
that,
better.
right?
Yeah,
Strength.
like-
I have really weak wrists, so I would not do well
kind of
with
like
that.
right, left, right.
Okay.
So we do a lot of those things, and a lot of warm-ups, and but I mean, ultimately, it's definitely God that prepares us, because it's amazing for how far we've come. Everybody on the team has grown so much in drumming wise and just in their relationships with God. So
That's good. Now, I mean, in your name, you mentioned that you have Christ brought into the name. So, and now we're talking about God being a part of your preparation. I mean, so what do you do? I mean, do you try to have a Christian message in your shows, or
Yes, we do.
you do?
Actually, one of the pieces we played on is just this mangled up garbage can, and everything else is pretty stable except for that one piece, and it's kind of just beat up and messed up. And what we do at the end of all of our performances is we bring that on stage, and it's called Tetanus. It's called the Tetanus Testimony, and it's kind of like how sometimes you can be beaten up and bruised and everything like that throughout your life, and God can definitely take you from that beaten up mess and still make something good out of you. So we were playing on it, and you'd see it and be like, well, you can't make music out of that, but we did.
You obviously do.
That's so cool.
So that's kind of how it is. Just even though you're beaten up and whatever happens in your life, God can still take you as you are and create something new out of it.
That's awesome. So with that message, that's a pretty bold message. Do you bring that to secular arenas? Like, do you play in just Christian venues, or do you take it on the streets?
So far we haven't. Hopefully we will, because
in secular arenas.
yeah.
Yeah, well, we did one. We played at the 99 back in October,
right.
and I think that's the only secular arena that we've played.
So
in.
what is the response from everybody whenever you present, the performance and then the message? What are people
Sometimes
saying?
people come up to us and talk to us afterwards, and we just share Christ with them that way. Sometimes people just clap.
Yeah, I mean it's really cool because a lot of people are drawn to just the banging of the drums and of the trash
hard to
cans.
ignore.
Yeah, it is, and
You notice it. You notice it.
it's something
for sure.
different, it's something unique. People see these they're playing music with brooms and things like that, and it's really cool because the fact that people are drawn to this, we're able to minister to them through that. And one of the Bible verses that we try to focus on is Genesis 11:6, which basically talks about that everybody was brought together in one sound, and that nothing was impossible. And so we try to focus on that verse, that with music, nothing is impossible because it's such a universal language. So anywhere we go, people understand that people can enjoy the music being played, and so it's awesome that we're able to minister through that.
Definitely.
Great. Well, we've been enjoying it, and we look forward to more of that.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for coming and being on the
Thank you
couch
so
and
much.
playing on the show. So we've really enjoyed it. Next up, we're going to check out, we just heard the music of FX.
My interview with
Now
Group
we
One
have
Crew.
another musician that Corey got to go out and
excited
interview
about
by
it.
herself. So check out this.
I missed him, though. I did
Of
miss
course.
Andrew.
So check out part 1 of Corey's interview with Group 1 Crew.
Manuel. Hey everybody, I am here with Manuel from Group 1 Crew in Orlando. It's so nice to have you on the show again. It's been a while.
It has been. I don't remember the last time, but I'm sure.
It's been about 2 years,
There
to
you
refresh
go.
your memory.
Not
So last time you were on the show, you were working on your second album. What's been happening with Group 1 Crew since?
Well, we're working on a third record right now, which is by far the best record that we've put out. This new record is legit.
So when can we expect it out?
The EP will be out in March, I believe, and then June or July will be the full release.
And do you have a title yet?
Yeah, Outer Space Love.
Out of Space Love, okay.
Space,
Very
yeah.
good. So how have you changed and evolved with your sound and as a group since the first album?
I feel like we've gone back to our roots, like in
Really?
the sense of just making music that we love. Because the first couple records was really more introducing us to the Christian industry, and along with that introduction, there's certain, I guess, parameters in which you can go and not go. So we more had to fit into the Christian industry. Now we're more, all right, now let's be fully us.
Now
'Cause
that you're
the
established.
industry's kind of embraced us, and they know that we're not crazy people. So I mean, we're grateful that the first two records did what they did. Now we're super excited just to introduce a new sound, and it's the same God lyrics, it's the same dream, same aim that we have, but the difference is the package that it's wrapped in is completely different. It's something that when you hear it sonically, you're instantly going to be like, whoa, this is not the same group, because it's going to sound exactly like what you hear on the mainstream side of things.
When you were a student at Southeastern, Manny is actually an SEU alum, where Raw TV is broadcasted out of. So did you expect to, a few years later, be where you are with Group 1 Crew?
I never pictured it happening like this, because when I got at Southeastern, I started doing balloon animals, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was doing balloon animals for like 2.5 years just for the dream, like I'm not going to do
make
anything that keeps me from being able to go do my dream. So I did balloon animals, and then finally it cracked,
What would you say to, other people who are young and who have these dreams and want to go out and do it and maybe don't know how to get there, whatever their dream may be, whether it's music like with you or whatever, what would you say to them to encourage them to do the balloon animals or whatever it takes?
I think it is a whatever it takes, man. It's really always been about, for me, like the opportunities that you have living in America, like take advantage of it. Even if you have to cut grass, if you have to sell shoes on eBay, like whatever you have to do, because I've done it all. I cut hair, I sold shirts, I did the balloon animal thing, I did everything I could possibly do to save for the dream. So I'm like, if you want it, make no excuses for yourself. Don't give yourself any excuses, and go like it's your last day living.
Well, that was part 1 of Corey's interview with Manuel from Group 1 Crew. You're going to check out part 2 a little later, and it's going to be just as epic as part 1. So, as we promised, on our couch is the
budding fashion designer from Southeastern University. Welcome to the set, Carissa.
Thank you.
All right, so I'm going to probably have to take the lead on this one,
I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna be like, that looks good.
Although he
Good job,
appreciates
ladies.
fashion, as a man,
Yeah.
I
Again,
can
this is a
appreciate what goes
female-dominated
into
show.
it.
Totally a female-dominated show.
So tell us, your beginnings with fashion and how you got fired up for it.
Well, I wanted to become a fashion designer about 10 years ago, and for a while I thought it was my thing, and I was all focused on it being me. But when I came to Southeastern, I realized that this is God's way for me to be a missionary to other parts of the world and other people
An
through
industry that
fashion.
needs
Yeah,
it too.
yeah. And so I had my first fashion show February 6th, and I had 16 wonderful models that came and helped, and I had about 20 different designs, and it was a big success.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So how do you, go ahead. You have a question? I'm letting you
curious.
take this.
I'm not gonna have many questions, so when I have one, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
As a guy, I don't think clothes. So how do you get your inspiration for things? Like, how do you think of what to wear that's not in the store already?
God is really my inspiration. Like, he can bring me inspiration through anything, like colors, through nature, through fabric, just like anything. Just ideas pop into my head all the time. So
That's unbelievable. Do you like sketch them out? Or?
I do. I sketch them out first, and then it helps me
Takes
to like
artistic ability.
Yeah.
to be able to
Well,
do
it also takes, I mean, are you a seamstress? Are you
Yes.
trained in
I've
constructing
actually
these
not been
garments?
trained in it. I just sew, and it happens.
Another gift from God.
Yes.
there.
I'm like
Yes.
in awe of you.
Talented.
I'm like in awe of this girl right now. I'm just.
Like, she makes the clothes? Like, what?
She thinks of it. She's inspired by fabric. She sews.
So tell us about this recent collection. Is this your first collection of clothing that you've made?
This is the first collection that I've like made for the public. I have my own things that I've made for myself, and I've made a wedding dress before, but this
Oh
is
my
like
goodness.
the first one, for everyone else to see and to experience.
Can you make me something? That'd be great.
She's not into men's clothing yet.
Okay.
Now tell me about what you plan on doing with this ministry, with fashion.
There's a lot of things I would love to do. I am really inspired by FX Ministries, and I would like to maybe, once I start like mass producing things, to either donate a piece of clothing or something to like a country that is in need of it, just like Tom Shoes does with
Which is
shoes.
a great way to give with your
Yeah,
talent.
yeah,
That's great.
definitely. And then I also have, like, I'm sure it came from God, but it's another idea of having like in my own factory a place where people just pray over the clothes before it's sent out like constantly.
Wow.
And it's just a way to like bless the people that receive the clothes.
Even if they don't know.
Yeah, they're not gonna know.
The
So
clothes will be anointed. They'll be wearing anointed clothes.
exactly.
Great.
Yeah, and I'd love to take it all over the world, but
hope
that
you
might
get
take
to.
a while.
Because we need anointed clothing all over the world.
Yes.
for sure. So once you have an idea for something, and once you start, drawing it out, and how do you actually take a drawing and an idea and put it on somebody's body? Like what's the process of doing that, of building an outfit?
You have to take their measurements first, and then you're gonna measure the fabric and cut the different pieces that you need. It's kind of like a puzzle. That's the way I think about it. And you
I can do puzzles.
Yeah, you have to just
Okay.
put all the pieces
I don't know
together.
if this is your puzzle.
No, it would be an epic fail.
Yep.
So you put it all together.
Yeah, I love it. It's like a challenge. My brain loves challenges, so I just get an idea, get all the pieces together, and put it together.
So it feels like to me that you're looking to meet a need in the industry and around the world through your clothes. What needs do you see? What are you trying to be that's not already out there?
I want to bring something that's not, you know how a lot of clothes is now like not modest, and like people don't think that it's cool to be like covered up and stuff.
Every
and
neckline's down to there.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I just want to bring like modesty even to like Hollywood, the way that they dress and stuff, just to like set the standard higher for designers and for people that are wearing clothes.
Wow. That's a tall order.
Yeah.
though. It's definitely a tall order.
It is.
So we're actually going to get to see some of your
Yes.
fashions. So why don't you go ahead and preface that by telling me about what we're going to be looking at? Not too much in detail because we want people to see. But
Okay. Well, we have 4 designs that you'll be seeing. They are from my latest fashion show, and we have the first one. I got inspired by like the old Roman soldiers. The colors are not the same. I'm really into like blue and gold and stuff together. And so the first design resembles like a Roman soldier outfit, but it's really cute because it's made into a girl's dress.
let's go ahead and see it
Yeah.
then. Let's go ahead and see it. We're going to bring out our first model, Rebecca Vargas, the future female host of Raw TV, and she is wearing the first design. So let's give it up for Rebecca.
Oh, wow.
You already told us a little bit. Go ahead and tell us some more.
I really love how the light blue and the gold and the cream, they just kind of blend really well together. And the
I
whole...
see the Romanness in the
Yeah,
outfit.
She
yeah,
looks
it's
like
got the...
Jasmine.
Yeah.
Doesn't she?
People
A
have said that, or like
classier, more
fairy,
modest
but
version. We talked about
yeah.
modesty.
Yes. All right. So
Rebecca,
anything
how do you
else about
feel?
this outfit? Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much, Rebecca.
Okay, so outfit number 2, what was the inspiration for this one?
The inspiration, I don't know, the inspiration was a fabric because everybody
Okay.
just loves a fabric. I've had tons of people see this and
Am I
they're
gonna love
just...
the fabric?
I don't know. Do you like purple? Do you like purple?
I like purple.
Okay, then you'll love
My
it.
color.
Yeah, we can bring the next one out.
All right, here's Chrissy Sarah.
Wow. And not only do they love the color, because the color, it like shimmers in the light, it's like blue and purple, but they also love the different design, how it like flounces in the front
love
and
it.
the halter in the back.
So where could somebody wear this design?
They could wear it, they could either dress it down with jeans and just go have fun with the girls, or
Like
they,
this?
yeah, just like that. Or they could wear it with like a tight pencil skirt and, you know, go have night on
Is
the
this the
town.
prototype? Are you going to make more like this?
Yeah,
Because
I
I'm
am.
ordering one.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so yeah, that's a really cute top. All right, thank you, Chrissy Sarah. All right, up next we have Kristen Ledlow. As she walks out, why don't you tell us about this design?
This design is very similar to the last one. You can actually do a whole bunch of different things with it. You can have a long dress like that. You can make it short. You can make it without a halter. And this one, she also has a scarf that you could use as a headband as well. Just a whole bunch of different ideas that you can do with it. So
I'm a fan of scarves. I
Work
like
it,
rocking
work
scarves.
it.
That's
Very
good.
All right, that's very good. Where did you get the inspiration for this fabric? It almost looks like, I know that it's probably not, but it almost looks like spray painted. Like, so
yeah, the fabric is called brown larkspur pollen, and I think it just fits it perfectly. I found it in Joann's Fabric, and I just
A local
loved
fabric
it.
store,
Yes.
by the way.
How much time do you spend in Joann's Fabric?
A
lot.
Too much.
couple hours.
More than
every
she would care to
trip.
admit.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, so this could be a great look for like the beach or for going out at night or just really casual.
Exactly.
The maxi dress, the long
Yeah.
dress. Very good. Very nice. Thank you, Kristen.
So the last one for our show. What's your last model wearing?
This is actually Jasmine.
Got Jasmine.
Welcome, Jasmine.
And she is wearing a bubble skirt, and bubble skirts are awesome. They're so much fun, and I love this material because it's got red and orange and pink and blue and gold, and it's just like fun
got
and
it all.
rainbowy and crazy, you
Yeah.
know?
I'm extremely engaged by the bubble skirt. I'm just like,
How do you make it
so
do
cool.
that? I mean, what's the process to actually make it bubble?
You have to gather it on the top and on the bottom, and then you have a piece of fabric on the inside of it, and you sew it in both ways.
I would never know how to do that. I respect your work so much.
I'm just gonna look at it.
Where would she rock this look?
Oh, she could rock that anywhere.
She's rocking it in the studio right now.
She's rocking it right now.
Yep.
Rocking me. Okay. Well, can we bring out all of the models at once? Would that be possible? Come on out, everybody. Get a nice look of the whole, a preview of the collection.
Nice variety for the show.
Now we're going to see the conclusion of my interview with Group 1 Crew's Manuel. Here it is. So Manny, we're here in this studio and there's cameras set up and backgrounds. What are you working on right now as we speak?
We're working on this little TV show. Our manager Jeff had an idea of doing something of like Entourage meets Curb Your Enthusiasm.
A mockumentary.
Yeah, like we do a lot of stuff on the road, and a lot of stuff makes us laugh. It's funny, some of the stuff that we have to deal with. So we thought, hey, let's just do this little TV show about what goes on behind the scenes, but kind of like take it a little bit further than what happens. You know what I'm saying? Just exaggerate.
A little further than reality.
Add a little sauce on it, you know. And take our characters up a little bit, and we're hoping that someone in LA will pick it up. We went out there and met with the creators of American Idol and Survivor and all those people.
Wow.
And they're just like, get us a sizzle reel and see what happens, So we're just throwing it in the dark, you know what I'm saying? Like, we'll do this little show, we'll put together a 4-minute sizzle reel, and we'll send it over to LA and see if they're interested in shooting a reality show with us.
Great. Yeah. Now, I understand one member got married just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
So with all of the life changes that inevitably happen over, the years of y'all being a group, how do you adjust and make your real life fit into your public life?
We just roll with it, man. Like, Blanca getting married we didn't see her being the one getting married first, but it's cool that it happened. We love who she married.
It's like you have a new member almost.
But it's so good because typically, this could be a dreadful situation. Like, she could marry some whack dude and you'd be like, oh my God.
Oh no.
Don't bring him to any shows. But we love Ben. Like, he's just a cool guy, and he makes her better, and it's been cool to get to know him. So, I mean, nothing's really much changed, like, except for the fact that we do have like a new member. You know what I'm saying? I think it's exciting because we're like for real living life together.
What can we expect next for Group 1 Crew, other than this new album coming out? What's happening? What's the plan after the album comes out?
We are really emphasizing on crossing over. Our goal has always been to reach the masses, always, and we understand that this is the way to do it, and we're praying that we get that opportunity to do it. This whole year is setting ourselves up for that transition, and all I want is to just do what we were called to do, and I think that's what you can expect from us in 2010.
That's great.
Like, we're chasing our dream just as much as we're telling anyone else to chase their dream, but solely relying on God. Like, this ain't gonna happen with us, and we ain't gonna do it to be famous. We're not gonna do it just so we can be on tour with all these big names. We're gonna do it because we feel like there's purpose for this music. Just like any other Christian musician, which I hope they get as big as they can get, you know?
Well, it's been so great talking to you, and we look forward to everything that Group 1 Crew has coming up. It's a mouthful, G1C.
Yes,
all right,
ma'am.
well, Manny, thanks for being with us, and all right, back to you.
Welcome back. Make sure to check out Group 1 Crew's music. They're a great Christian artist who's doing a great job of branching out and reaching out into the secular music industries all over the place. Their ministry is phenomenal. Check them out.
That's right. Another thanks goes out to Carissa from Kingdom Designs, and a thank you to the models as well for coming on and showing us, just some great fashion.
You did a good job.
Yeah,
I loved it.
He
I was
enjoyed
into
it.
Yeah.
I'm sure you did at home.
Favorite show so far?
Right. And also, big thanks to FX for coming on the show last week and this week. You're going to get to hear more from them right now. But remember, live it raw.
Live it raw.